Hi, my name's Pam Doneen. I just finished week 5 of the Nutrisystem Program. So I thought I would share with you some of the tricks and tips that I learned this week, my takeaways for the week, and then of course what my results are. So my first thing that I learned about this week was there is a Nutrisystem Facebook support group. It's not connected with Nutrisystem Corporate. It's a lot of people that are on the Nutrisystem program just sharing ideas and help and support. I mean, it's incredible how positive everybody is and how supportive people are. Like, people will ask questions about the program, and there will be so many responses to help out. Or people will post before and after pictures, and then the response to those of, great job, looking good, those responses are also extremely positive. Then there was one on there that asked people what your favorite Nutrisystem food was and why is it your favorite. Then another person posted on there how she organized her frozen food in her chest freezer so it wouldn't get all mixed up, and she used these great big large freezer bags, and she would put her lunches in one, her breakfast is in one, and her snacks in another so that they wouldn't get all jumbled around in the freezer. So that was a really helpful tip for a lot of people. Another guy asked, I just started Nutrisystem and I've always drank orange juice every single morning and now I can't have orange juice, and what do people do? Well, the responses were incredible. For one thing, people were like, yes, you can have orange juice, but you just count it as a smart carb. You have to measure it and count it. Then other people had all these different flavored orange drinks that they drank. Another person mentioned that they drink this diet cranberry juice by Ocean Sprays, and it has different flavors, and it's 5 calories for 8 ounces, which I didn't know about that. I wish I would have over Thanksgiving. I would have used it. It would have come in handy. Then another person asked, they said, really, how important is it to drink 64 ounces of water? And the responses, there were 33 of them. They were all incredible. In fact, I'm going to read you a few of the responses that came from that question, just because to show you what kind of support. I had to write them down because I couldn't remember them all. These are shorter versions of a lot of these responses, and definitely not 33. But let me just read what some of the people's responses were to, should I actually, or do I really need to drink 64 ounces of water? So here's one person said, besides all the healthy benefits, it also helps you to feel full and trick yourself into being full. So if you think you're hungry, drink water. So that was one. And then another person says, it helps to flush out toxins in our bodies and keeps our skin looking healthier. Another said, it's the primary way for fat to leave our bodies and aids in digestion. That was another. Then another person says, even if you're not trying to lose weight, it's probably one of the most healthy things you can do for your body. Another person's response is, she says, exercise and water are the game changers. If I back off on either one, I don't drop weight. So that was another answer. Then I'll just do a couple more. Another person said that they were told by a nutritionist that you should actually take your body weight, divide it in half, and when you divide it in half, that's how many ounces of water that you should be drinking a day. So actually, most of us need to drink more than 64 ounces of water. And then the other one talked about, this will be the last one, said a lot of the food in the Nutrisystem diet is fiber. So if you don't stay hydrated, it's like cement in your colon. Think about that, that's gross. But anyway, those were some of the answers to just the water question. And this group is just incredible. They've just been such a support. I wish I would have known about it from day one, but I'm glad I know now in week 5. So then one more thing that I have a big takeaway from Nutrisystem is I have really started reading more packages. I, for years and years, have always just bought Yoplait yogurt. I liked the flavor. I thought it was good for me. I never questioned it. I've just bought it for years. I buy it for my husband, my kids. Yoplait, that's what I bought. Well, I started looking at packages, and that's not the right choice. So I'm going to show you a clip of just comparing 3 different yogurts and why it's so important to read the labels. Hey, if you get benefits out of this, could you hit the like button, also subscribe, and hit the notification bell, and you can follow me when I post. I would love you to join me. So anyway, let's take a look at just 3 different yogurt labels and why I've switched from eating Yoplait to my new favorite. I thought I would show you what I am having for breakfast this morning. I'm having the Nutrisystem granola cereal, which I love it paired with yogurt. And a yogurt is a power fuel. And I thought I would just kind of go over a few different brands of yogurt. And anyway, the Chobani yogurt, this particular flavor has 110 calories, 13 grams of sugar, and 11 grams of protein. Different flavors of the Chobani have different calorie counts and things, but this particular one is that. The Yoplait Light is 90 calories, 10 grams of sugar, and only 5 grams of protein, which is kind of surprising. Then my new favorite is the Dannon Light and Fit yogurt, which is only 80 calories, 8 grams of sugar, and then 12 grams of protein. And it's really a good flavor. I really like it. I just stumbled upon it a few days ago and was like, oh, why didn't I know about this before? So this is my new yogurt that I'm going to start eating. And yeah, so anyway, that is a power fuel that is wonderful. Wasn't that crazy, the difference in yogurt? I mean, the one I was eating was the worst. It's 10 grams of sugar for only 5 grams of protein versus my new favorite, the Fit and Light, which is 8 grams of sugar and 12 grams of protein. So it's so helpful to read the labels. I've switched my yogurt that I've been eating for years to my new one. So this was Thanksgiving week, and it was a year where there was not as many in our home. We usually have a huge gathering. This year it was just my husband and I and our 3 children, and it was nice though. They were all home for over a week, and the focus, you know, even though you do a lot of food prepping and food, the focus isn't the food. It's the family, our loved ones, the people we care about. And we had such a great week. We went on 2 different hikes. We did 2 movie nights, and we played Rummy Cube on Thanksgiving, you know, as a family. And that I always like Rummy Cube. So just really focusing in on the kids and my husband and enjoying our time together. And the dinner went great because I planned. I did a video on what I was going to eat for Thanksgiving dinner, and it was perfect. It matched my family's dinner so well. And one of the things I didn't put on the video for my Thanksgiving dinner was my dessert, because I hadn't planned one. I was kind of saving my snack. But my Fit and Light yogurt came out with a yogurt that was called pumpkin pie, so it was flavored like pumpkin pie. So when everybody was sitting down with their plate of dessert of pumpkin pie with their whipped topping, which was a fat-free Cool Whip, I put my pumpkin pie yogurt on a plate and put some of that topping on it, which counts as an extra. And I ate pumpkin pie with my family. So not only did I have the whole dinner, but I had my pumpkin pie yogurt. Plus I saved my snack for when I was going to go to bed so that I would have something for when the house quieted down and I was by myself. So it made me think about other holidays, such as like a birthday party. I was thinking about that. If I go to a birthday party, Nutrisystem has what they call cake in a mug, and you make a cake using a mug. So you could make a cake, and then also something I just found that is so good as far as ice cream that you could have with your cake is, I will show you. This is one of the things, this Yasso bars, and they have them in all different flavors. They're 100 calories and 5 grams of protein. So this counts as a power fuel. And then the other thing I found that's really good for ice cream are these halo tops. And you get 2 of these for 100 calories. So you can have 2 different flavors of ice cream, and it's a little over 5 grams of protein. So again, this is a power fuel. To be eating ice cream is a power fuel. Isn't that amazing? And then I was thinking about, say, like 4th of July. 4th of July, I could use at a barbecue. Nutrisystem has a lunch hamburger, or they have these meatloaf sandwiches that are a dinner item. And either one of those could go as a hamburger, and you could do all kinds of toppings on them. You know, tomatoes and onion or lettuce, whatever. And I was thinking you could do things like the sugar-free Jell-O with a little bit of the fat-free topping on it, you know, the Cool Whip topping as an extra for a side. And you would be able to even have like a cup of watermelon or strawberries. You know, it's just endless. It's just kind of like plan to figure out what you need to do to take care of yourself. So anyway, before we go to what my results are for the week, if you could hit the like button and also subscribe and the notification bell, you'll be notified whenever I upload a video, and you can join me on my journey with Nutrisystem. So anyway, let's go take a look at my results for the week. Okay, this is the end of week 5. So let's see how it is this morning. 131, so 0.8 is what I lost. So I lost 0.8 of a pound this week. I'm totally fine with that, completely happy. And it's in the right direction. So my first week I lost 3 pounds, then I lost 1 pound, then I lost 2.4, then I lost 0 last week, and then this week 0.8. So a total of 7.2 pounds in 5 weeks, which I'm completely fine with, because before I started Nutrisystem, I was thinking, I'm going to do this where I wanted to lose weight, and I was going to do it on my own by, you know, really watching what I eat and cutting back. And I did lose 4 pounds, but it took me 7 or 8 months to lose 4 pounds. That just seemed like really long. So 7.2 in 5 weeks, I am so fine with that. Really enjoying it, really liking it. So how I am feeling this week, I'm feeling good. My energy stays up. I don't feel like I'm deprived in any way because I can match my food with anything my family's eating. And now that I found these new ice cream bars, yum, those are so good. I've been eating those every day. And then, yeah, it's just, this is a diet I'm going to stick with until I reach my goal. I decided on this one. I don't want to be wishy-washy about it. I don't want to hop to a new diet thinking I'd do it faster. It's like, no, you chose this one because the reason I chose it is I like the ease of the plan. It's already packaged up for me, ready to go, except for the few add-ons that I need to do, and that's okay. I'm researching those and finding new ones all the time, and totally happy. I'm totally happy, and I'm not allowing myself any cheating. My daughter made a really fancy macaroni and cheese for dinner one night. It had like crumbled breadcrumbs, and I mean, it was fancy, and it had a fancy cheese. And my son, one of my sons was like, "Hey mom, why don't you just try a bite? It's really good. She did a good job." And I'm like, you know what? I'm sure it's really good, but no, I didn't even want to try a bite because I don't want to allow myself any kind of cheating. And then the other thing they made were, I think they're called mimosas or mimosas. They're with champagne, and they made it with cranberry juice, and then they floated some cranberries in the top for the garnish. And they were like, "Mom, you want one of these?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not going to drink one of those." And if I would have known about the cranberry juice, it's only 5 calories for 8 ounces, I could have put it in a fancy glass, floated a few cranberries on top, and had that with them and felt just perfectly fine and not cheating. But I didn't know about that cranberry juice. So at Christmas, I will probably do my Thanksgiving dinner again, because I know my family will not complain if at Christmas time I said, "Hey, we're going to do Thanksgiving dinner again." I know they won't complain because it's always so good. And then I can do my cranberry juice when they're doing their mimosas or whatever they're called. I can join them. So anyway, again, if you could give me a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. Subscribe and the notification bell. I really appreciate you. Thank you for watching. Have an amazing week.